Boston has some of the world's leading museums. The Museum of Fine Arts on Huntington Avenue has one of the great repositories of paintings and sculpture, paintings by Monet and other European masters, as well as Asian and African art. A terrific place to visit. The new American Wing showcases American art from the 1600s to the 21st century. The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, not far away, a Venetian palace built in the early part of the 20th century by Isabella Stewart Gardner, one of the great Boston characters who collected art from Europe and built a suitable palace on the Fenway to house her collection. In Roxbury, the National Center for Afro-American Artists showcases the work of Afro-American artists, a terrific place to see a different perspective on art with treasured pieces from around the country. And most of these museums are accessible for free if you get a pass from the Boston Public Library. The Boston Public Library in itself is worth a visit for its artwork, its sculpture, as well as for the million or so books in its collection. The Boston Public Library is one of two public libraries in the country that is also a registered research library. It houses the papers of William Lloyd Garrison and other priceless records from the colonial period to the present in its rare books room. Bates Hall was dedicated to the memory of Joshua Bates, who was one of the financiers of the construction of the library. But the Boston Public Library, free to all, is also your access point to get into the other museums. And before we close, I should mention the Massachusetts Historical Society, the oldest historical society in the country, founded in the 1790s by a group of Bostonians who did not want the records of the American Revolution to disappear. So they began collecting and publishing the documents of the Revolution. The MHS houses the papers of John Adams and Abigail Adams. It also has most of the private papers of Thomas Jefferson. It also has the papers of Robert Gould Shaw from the Civil War and papers of 20th century Bostonians. They mount exhibits of history drawn from their extensive collections, which really are unparalleled in the world. So Boston has some of the world's greatest museums. The MFA, the National Center for Afro-American Artists, the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, the Massachusetts Historical Society, and the Boston Public Library, all worth visiting.